let's discuss the BTO project that most people seem to be very excited about, Holland Vista. Located in Holland Village, this project will offer 342 BTO flats with 2-room flexi and 4-room configurations. The project also includes a preschool, a residence network center, and an active aging center. As this project doesn't have a lot of units but has a strategic location, I predicted that the competition to ballot here will be fierce. Holland Vista is located within walking distance of Holland Village MRT, just next to One Holland Village, one stop away from Buona Vista MRT interchange and Star Vista Mall. And it is also 2 stops away from the One North Business Hub. It is also relatively close to NUS and about a 10-minute drive to Orchard Road. This project is a fantastic option if you want to be well connected, live an active lifestyle, and have everything you need within easy reach. It's been at least a decade since we've last seen a BTO project in this area, so no wonder a lot of people are looking forward to this project. As predicted, this project is offered under the prime location public housing model, so it comes with a 10-year MOP, cannot rent out the whole flat even after MOP, subsidy clawback, and a bunch of other restrictions. By the way, the estimated completion date for this project is starting Q4 2029. In terms of price, a 4-room flat starts at $582,000 excluding grants. For comparison, the transacted price of nearby resale flats is already beyond $1.1 million now. Despite the PLH model restrictions, I think the owners of a 4-room flat here can probably sell the flat after MOP for double the price, especially if they have a high floor unit. Besides, there's not many units in this project, hence the supply will most likely always be more limited than the demand. Here's an illustration of a 4-room payment plan that the HDB gave. So they said a typical 4-room flat here will cost around $670,000 and buyers with income around $8,400 to $9,800 per month should be able to afford the flat comfortably. Before you complain and say that this is so expensive, again, remember that comparable HDB resale price is already double that, and if you compare it with condo price around the area, it costs more than $2 million already. If you are keen on the 2-room flexi flats, this project also offers 2 types. The main difference is the size. For seniors above 55 years old, you can even opt to buy the flat with a short lease. Note that if you buy a 2-room with a short lease, in the future you can't sell it in the open market. Interestingly, this BTO project is part of the health district at Queenstown, which means they've put a lot of thought into keeping residents active and happy. For example, they are using the natural hills of the area to create walking trails, ramps, and also stairs. So, no matter your fitness level and age, there's always a way to get some exercise built right into your everyday routine. On top of that, they are also adding playgrounds and fitness stations right on the ground floor and even on the rooftop garden. They are also upgrading a nearby park and adding a whole new extension with even more play areas and exercise spots. If that's not enough, there's a rail corridor nearby with even more space to explore and enjoy the outdoors. Basically, you are encouraged to stay active when staying at Holland Vista. Now, let's take a closer look at the site plan. There's not much to talk about because of the limited amount of blocks, but the distance between some units seems to be tight, so you might have a little bit of privacy issue here. Next, let's talk about schooling options. If you look at the map, there are several schools in the 2-kilometer radius, but they are not exactly within walking distance. At least parents with young children still have some options, although not much. One unique thing about this BTO is that it's located relatively near several campuses such as NUS, Singapore Polytechnic, UWC International School, etc. That means you have a good chance of renting out your rooms if you choose to do so. But remember that this project is under prime classification, so technically you are not allowed to rent out the whole unit even after MOP has ended. Let's do a quick recap. What I like about this project is the location is convenient if you are looking for amenities in a mature estate. Now, this might sound strange, but I actually appreciate that this BTO project just comes with conventional features. There's no central aircon, no smart waste system, none of that. It's just your typical BTO. Considering some of the central aircon leaking issues that we've heard in Tengah or the choke smart waste system in Bidadari, sometimes it's good just to have a conventional setup because it's more predictable, For parents, there are some school options for various ages, so that's good. As there are several universities and international schools nearby, it should not be a challenge to rent out rooms if you wish to do so. But on the other hand, what I don't like about this project is that it comes comes under the PLH model, which means that it has a lot of restrictions like 10-year MOP, cannot rent out the whole unit even after MOP, income ceiling for the next buyer when you try to sell it off, and many more. And because of the area, the price tag is a bit steep for a BTO if you compare it with the non-mature areas, which might be hard for a young family to afford. Another downside is that the flat types here are limited. For example, there's no 5-room flat. But to be fair, that seems to be the trend lately for flats in preferable locations. If you are keen to know about other BTO projects, check out my other videos on this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!